Hello, all. This is Katrina. Um, doesn't look like anyone has came on yet to start live, so I guess it's just me and the audience. I'd like to first start by talking about Kaya, my sister, since I'm the only one on. Um, Kaya was, or Kaya is. I need to stop talking about her in the past tense. Um, I need to start correcting myself on that. So, excuse me, Kaya Taylor is my sister. She's the youngest sister of all of us. Um, Kaya also has another brother from her mom. And Kaya Taylor is the only sister, I mean, the only daughter of Kenitha Taylor. Kaya has one brother from her mom, two brothers from our dad, and two sisters from our dad as well. So, to get specific on Kaya's disappearance, Kaya Taylor, Kaya Taylor Overstreet, as she says, she always said that. Kaya Taylor came up missing in February of 2020 from Plant City, Florida. A passerby actually found her car running and abandoned on a railroad track on Trapnell Road in Plant City, Florida. Excuse me. This was at approximately 7:15. Um, they found her driver's side door open and her cell phone on the ground. She had, well, after the passerby saw her car, he called Plant City Police Department. Plant City Police Department then came to her car and actually called Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office because, and I'm still kind of confused on that, because Hillsborough, that was Hillsborough County's jurisdiction. They moved her car. So let me go back. Hillsborough County then went and said to move the car off the railroad tracks. So they called a tow truck, got her car, moved it to the side of the road, put her keys in it, her cell phone in it, and there it sat for 3 days. Once we found out that, let me go back again. I'm sorry. I really didn't know that I'm talking about Kaya, because I usually let everyone else talk about Kaya. I mean, talk about their missing loved ones. But I think this is a really good time for me to talk about my sister. But I wasn't prepared for it. So it's a lot of stuff that goes along with her disappearance. So Kaya's car was found running and abandoned on Trapnell Road. Police Department came, and Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office deputy came and said to move her car from the side of the road. I mean, from the railroad tracks. So they moved it to the side of the road and put her cell phone in there and locked the door and sat it there. So when her friend Allison, excuse me, when Jason, who is her boyfriend, who was her boyfriend at that time, mom saw her car sitting on the side of the road and then informed Jason. Jason then informed, I can't remember if it was Allison. I think it was Allison. He informed Allison, and then Allison told Kenitha, and then that's when it kind of, we knew then that Kaya's car was on the side of the road for all that time. So it was for 3 days. Then it was Kenitha told Allison to go to the car along with her aunt Hope Taylor, and they all went out there. They questioned everybody and things like that. So the next day, they started an area search because the police did not do an area search, didn't run her tags, didn't do anything as far as her car was concerned when they first found it. So um, Kenitha then like reached out to us, which is her dad's side of the Kaya's dad's side of the family, and was asking, have you guys seen Kaya? Have you heard from Kaya? Or whatever. But that was all that our family knew. Allison had her cell phone, so us calling her cell phone, getting on social media, on Facebook Messenger, trying to find Kaya. Allison had the phone the whole time. So it was at least 2 days before we could get in contact with anyone because Allison straight up just refused to let us know what was going on. Even though we were asking her, hey, what's going on? Tell us a little bit more information. I had been at my at older sister's house a couple days before she went missing. So we're like wondering what the heck is going on because we don't know anything. So that's how we found out that Kaya was missing. We have been trying to find Kaya ever since. It is crazy how this has all come about and how I have made this my mission to find my sister. A lot of people don't understand why our family is not more vocal about it, which totally makes sense. But at the same time, Kaya has always been with her mother. And as a child, Kaya was, not really in our, not going to say in our family because she's always been in our family. She's, blood relative, but she wasn't brought up with us. I'll say that. Kaya actually was born in November of 1991, which is the same year that my oldest son was born. So Kaya was more close to our kids or my kids because she was in their age range. So I don't know. We just want to find Kaya. That's the whole thing. We want Kaya to know that we love her and miss her and want to find her. And it's my mission before I leave this earth to find her or find out what happened to her. It doesn't matter if she's deceased. I feel like we should know what happened to her. We deserve answers, as well as her mom deserves answers as well. Kaya was the only daughter of Kenitha, which I just couldn't even fathom. Like, how can you imagine just your child up and missing and you don't know whether she's dead or alive, if she's hungry, if she's fed, if she's cold, if she's hot, if I just couldn't even imagine that. I have twin girls myself and can't even imagine having life without them. But the thing is, it can happen to anyone. And people don't know that missing persons is very, very prevalent, especially in the area that Kaya went missing in. So we can say Kelly Vasquez went missing also from Plant City, Florida. Well, we don't know where she's missing from. She was supposedly going to the Hard Rock Casino with her quote unquote friends. And as far as we know, Haven't made it there. Didn't make it there. So, what is it? Let's talk about Veronica. Veronica with 3 kids. Like, what mother goes missing of her 3 small children? It's a pandemic, guys. Like, it's not a joke. It's for real. It's so I have my sister Kaya missing. I have a cousin, Tanaya, that's missing. And then I have my dad's ex-husband's son missing. Like 3 people missing in one family is crazy. But that's how prevalent it is in the United States. It's not a joke. It can happen to you. So we're asking that actually the missing stroll is a collective of families of the missing family members. So we're trying to educate everyone on what's going on in the United States on missing persons. It's just crazy. It doesn't make sense. It's real, people. It can happen to you, it can happen to your family members, it can happen to friends, it can happen to people that you love. We just have to educate everyone to be aware of your surroundings. Also to get a CWP, concealed weapons permit, to protect yourself, because it's real. I know I don't let my kids go off without knowing where they are, even though I'm in what hundreds of states away from Florida and away from my kids, that I don't know where they are. I don't know if anyone knows about the app Family 360. Excuse me, but I have that on my phone so I can know where my kids are and know where they're going. Um, it's real, guys. It's really real. Um, so we have a question from Rachel Sims. This is all from Plant City. The girls that are missing, Kaya Taylor, which is my sister, Kelly Vasquez, and Veronica Reyes Diaz, is all missing in an 8-mile radius of Plant City, Florida. Um, Veronica Diaz went missing from Dover, which is about 6-7 miles away from where my sister's car was found. Rachel Sims also saying, I'm studying human trafficking with the OUR program. Rachel, if you can tell me a little bit more about the OUR program, I would really be glad if you would share that information with me, because I would love to get involved with that as well. Deja says Life 360. I'm sorry, not Family 360. It's Life. It's Life 360. So we know where everyone is at that particular time. I remember my daughter had her phone and she put it on top of the car and it fell to the ground, and I got a notification saying that there was a hard fall on it was a hard something to let me know that something happened to her phone. I was able to call her and let her know what was going on with it. Deja says, I love it. I love it too. Rachel Sims says, I use it as well. Rachel asked, who was missing on the train tracks? That was my sister, Kaya Taylor. That was her car that they found missing on the railroad tracks. It was also in front of a strawberry plant. I can't remember the name of it, but I know it's a strawberry plant on Trapnell Road. And they also had like cameras up there. Well, now I found out there were camera shells. So from what I understand, the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office said that the cameras did not reach all the way out there. However, I found out that those cameras have never worked. Have never ever worked. So what the police told us was a lie, as they have for what, 2 years now. They never they never reached out there. They told us that it didn't reach out there because now we know, because there wasn't any. So that's absolutely crazy. And that's the point of everything, that they don't have they've never been truthful and forthright with any information. So again, like I said, it is my duty as an older sister for Kaya, as an advocate for the missing, to educate the public on everything that's going on. So I have to make sure and ask that everyone um, make sure that you are aware of your surroundings, that you prepare yourself for anything that happens. Um, I'm sorry, I'm like I said, I wasn't prepared to be on by myself tonight. We were supposed to have two special guests today, but I guess they weren't able to make it. Um, Rachel Sims asked, was any drugs involved? So in Kaya's case, Kaya did use drugs. She dabbled in methamphetamines. Her I'm just going to tell you a little piece that I was involved with as far as Kaya is concerned. I mean, as far as her boyfriend, quote unquote, Jason D. Roberts, just to let you know that my sister Kaya supposedly dropped him off at his friend's house, approximately 1.5 miles to 1.5 miles. Thank you, Kelly. 1.5 miles away from where my sister's car was found. Actually, Kaya was seen February 3rd by her mom. She was at her mom's house celebrating her older brother from her mom's side, his birthday. So it is said that Kaya dropped off Jason at approximately 4 o'clock at his friend's house. I say it is said because we don't know for sure that that is true. No one is actually, I mean, it's his word and it's his friend Kevin Ring's word, that's what Kai actually did. We don't know. No one didn't see her. No one saw her at that moment. So it's really a mystery. Um, Sad, but yes, I'm going to be honest. Yes, absolutely. Um, there was drugs involved. Kaya had gotten arrested along with her boyfriend, I believe in December of 2019, which is a couple months before Kaya went missing. And um, she took the rap for Jason's drugs that were in her car. So, but I won't just say that Kaya wasn't involved with drugs, because she was. She was. She had been to numerous drug rehabs, and I don't know. It's just, it doesn't mean, even though drugs are involved, it doesn't mean that, she didn't have a clear head, or she didn't want to get off drugs, or that her family doesn't miss her. And Rachel, I'm not saying that that's what you're saying at all. I'm just letting everyone know that she still is loved. You know, she is still my sister. She is still 100% missed and loved. and I'm not gonna cry on this video because I'm by myself. um, but she's missed and she's loved, and she deserves justice as well as all of the other missing people that are missing around the country, around the globe. Let me go to the next one because I'm sorry, I'm just like emotional. Joy asks, can there be legal action taken for the mishaps that happened in the beginning of Aunt Kaya's disappearance? How can they get away with contaminating evidence when obviously no one is going to leave the door open, phone on the ground, and personal belongings left in the car? Well, I can say this: her personal belongings were left in the car because she was actually um, couch hopping, as her mom says, um, to different houses because of her drug use. She wasn't allowed to be able to come back in the house and, things like that. But the thing is about the legal action, because I'm not her legal next of kin, her mom is. I'm I can't get any legal person to actually help us with that, even though I have been trying. So if anyone in this audience knows anybody that has a paralegal, a an attorney, or anything that can help me with this, I will gladly take the help. Um, because that's just crazy. They said that the reason well, from what I understand from Kaya's mom, the reason that no attorney will touch it is because the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office has no policy or procedure for an abandoned vehicle. So consider Kaya's car abandoned. So were they said that they didn't have to run tags. They said that they didn't have to do an area search. They said that they didn't have to notify next of kin. They just, like I said, moved it to the side of the road where it sat for 3 days. So 3 days of no clues, of no person saying, hey, this is the car. Like, we lost 3 days of evidence. And people say, it's the first 72 hours of people missing that is the most crucial. Well, we didn't have that. We did not have that at all because we didn't know she was missing. She was a 28-year-old female, grown, who no one talks to every single day. But for her to just have that car just sitting on the side of the road, it's just crazy. Like, if we would have known from the police that her car was moved to the side of the road, we could have a little more information about what happened and a little more forensic evidence. So it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So if anybody has, here's one of our guests. If anyone has any information about paralegals or attorneys that could possibly help us, yes, I'm on right now by myself. Um, if anyone has anyone that is that knows anyone that can help me with this case, like I said, our dad has passed, and so her legal next of kin is her mom. But if anyone is willing to help us with this case, please reach out to me. I am so I need help. I need help. I'm sorry. Give me just a couple seconds. You know, I'm just going to say this. It's hard to try and promote something that is very important to you. It's hard to do it by yourself. So, um, um, so it's hard to do things by yourself that make people aware of what's going on. I wish I had more help, and I wish that people would reach out to me. And I just need help. I want to get Kaya's case out there. I want to get Veronica's case. I want to get um, Kelly's case. I want to get everyone's case, because it's not only about Kaya, it's about all of the missing, so people understand that it's it's a worldwide problem. It's not just a Plant City problem. It's not just an Orlando problem. It's not just a problem that we can't help on. So, I always try and wonder, why did they stop the milk carton missing persons plaques that they used to have on all the milk cartons? Used to have all the missing persons, um, being, everyone drinks milk, well, except me. So, um, but they used to have that. Why don't they have that anymore? You know what I mean? Like, what's what's going on with that? Why don't they do that anymore? I think that's something I need to reach out to TG Lee and all those people in the milk industry. Why they're not doing that anymore? I think that's I think that's very good to. Oh, sorry, mosquitoes out here. Um, I think that's a very good place to start. Last week we had a police officer on. You guys have got to go back and look at that. We had a police officer on that just told it like it was. Like, um, there's too many people out here that have people missing, and the police aren't doing anything, or the police are involved. So I'm going to go to more questions. But let's go back here. Okay, so let's go back to, can there be legal action for the mishap that happened in the beginning of Kaya's disappearance? How can they get away with contaminating evidence when obviously no one is going to leave their door open, phone in the ground, and personal belongings in the car? I want to know the same thing. So if anybody's out there that can help us, please tell us. Um, because that's just crazy. How do you move a car and contaminate evidence where and the car sits for 3 days, and we have nothing to go on besides that? I mean, there was torrential rains at that time when Kaya came up missing. So even though it was on railroad tracks, there were like what do you call those, like railroad rocks? I mean, like we can't go back and see anything with that. So they should be held accountable for that fuck up. Straight up, it was a fuck up. So if anyone's willing to help us, please contact me. Let me know what's going on and see if you can help in any way. Rachel, I do agree. The train tracks is a very weird place, but it is a mile, possibly a mile and a half from where she supposedly dropped off her boyfriend. So um, that that is extra weird too. And one thing I can tell you, so her mom's family has the Finding Kaya page, and they let everyone know about her missing. They update every day, which is good. Please follow the Finding Kaya page because it is, they get more information than we get information. Just keeping it real because our dad's dead, so Kaya's mom will get more information before we do, and they'll post that on the Finding Kaya page. So please follow that page so you can get more information. And it's Finding Kaya, Cieha, Kaya. But it is a very weird place. But I think it is a place to start because it's so close to the boyfriend's um, house. I mean, the boyfriend's friend's house. And because it is in the middle of nowhere with no cameras around. So it was a convenient place for them to, um, stash her car. And I don't know if anyone knows, but 10 days later, after the search of the police and after the search for the family, that her shoes were found on a drain pipe in the Strawberry uh, uh, warehouse's yard, I guess you would say, and actually underneath a pole where her missing poster was found. So we know the police searched there, we know the family searched there, and then 10 days later, here is her shoes just that have magically appeared. So the people that are familiar with the Plant City area, they know that those train tracks are like a perfect place to put information. Kelly Fisher says, just because a person dabbles in drugs doesn't mean it has anything to do with being missing. That is definitely true, Miss Kelly. Um, but it also does not give the police a priority to finding them. Sad but true. Maria, who's the the grandmother of Kelly, states, we still don't know what happened to my granddaughter Kelly. Seems like HCSO are not working on the case anymore. Bohia is awfully quiet. Some of the people involved in my granddaughter's disappearance have been arrested on unrelated charges. Let's talk about Kelly for a second. Very, very true. Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office is a joke, and I am here to say it by myself with no one backing me up. They're a joke. Um, but I've noticed this with a lot of missing persons cases. They don't tell the families updates. They don't contact them. They don't, in my opinion, they don't take it for real, straight up. I mean, the families do more investigating than the police do or than the um, detectives do. We do all the research. We do all the research and give it to the detectives that they don't do anything with. I can tell you, I can show you guys so many emails that I sent to them about information that I have received, and we still don't get any information. So that's why it's so important to take these cases into our own hands and have community controls, community detectives. I can tell you one lady that I admire so much, and that's Black Rose. I don't know if you guys have followed her, but it's BLAQ Rose. This woman will go into people's houses and take missing persons out of their houses. She does a radio show. She is a real missing persons advocate. She is like the bomb. Like anything that I want to know, I call her and she gives me advice. She lets me know what I need to do in my sister's case and I follow up with that. She is the bomb. Like, and that's what we need. We need community people to get out and help us find our missing loved ones. It takes a community. It's not going to be the police. Period. Like I said in my sister's case, it's been over 2 years. In Veronica's case, it's been over 2 years. We have to find help in the community to be proactive rather than reactive with our missing people. Kelly, everyone deserves answers. Praying for some. Thank you so much, Miss Kelly. Deborah, Robert Haya contacted me last week on my messenger. What? He told me to quit commenting on here. You tell Robert Haya to contact me again. So let's just give a background about Robert Haya. Robert Haya, from what I understand, was the last person that Kelly Vasquez was seen with. Have a cigarette. Um, Actually, he reached out to me as well and told me that I needed to stop doing this. Um, that I needed to not listen to the family members of the missing, and pretty much threatened me. Robert Haya, let me let you know I am not scared of you, and I'm telling you to bring it because I'm ready. And I'm sure George is, I'm sure Deborah is, I'm sure Debbie Corville is. I'm sure we are ready for you, baby, because you don't understand the heartache and the pain of having a missing loved one. So you tell Robert Hyatt I said to contact me, and if he wants to meet me, I am so ready. I am so ready. And I'm sure George is, and I'm sure Debbie is, and I'm sure everyone is. So let him know you are not easily scared because you have the what's the word I'm trying to say? The everyone out here is ready to help you and ready to stand up to him. So tell him please contact me. I am so ready for him. Please. Um please. That has me so upset. Sorry. um Rachel Sims, I have an attorney that oh great. Great. Rachel, I am so with it. You can ask he can ask or she can ask all the questions that they want. We're all ready to answer all of them. Deja say, and they won't involve the FBI. Right. So in Kaya's case, and I'm only going to speak on Kaya's case because I'm the one here that's representing Kaya. They won't involve the FBI because they said, excuse me, HCSO, which is Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, said that they have all the resources that the FBI would have. So they would, excuse me, they would not call the FBI to help. So when calling the FBI, they said that they had to have the sheriff's office reach out to them for help. HCSO will not ask the FBI for help. Period. So again, we're out here on our own. Deborah, he must feel the pressure. You damn right. Tell him to bring it. I am so ready to reach out to him again. In fact, I think I'll reach out to him and let him know we ain't never scared. for any of the missing people, I believe they're trying to hide something themselves. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of missing people um that have different circumstances, like like Adventures with Purpose. I watch them a lot. There's a lot of people that like they're in water and they didn't mean to and things like that, but um they definitely try and hide things when there's other people involved. Maddie, absolutely. He's a very sad person and he don't want no smoke, as they say. I can't imagine the strength you have to do this. It all comes from inside. I love you and always here for you forever. Thank you, Miss Kelly. Um, One thing I do want to say is on the Missing Struggle page, we have a GoFundMe. What we're trying to do is to get a billboard in a couple major cities in the Plant City and Orlando area. They do cost $500 a piece for 4 weeks. So it's $1,000 for two, and then GoFundMe makes gets their money out of it, and then we have to pay taxes. So we made this GoFundMe for $1,200 to put our missing family member's face on billboards. So we ask that I hate asking for money. I'm just going to be real about it. I'm a very prideful person and I don't ask for money for anything. However, I want to put our loved ones. It's an electronic billboard. So we can have all five of the missing struggle panels face page pictures on there, and I don't know, we just need help. We need help in getting this up. Again, like I said, I hate asking for help monetarily from anyone, but we really want this done, and it will help us get their names, their faces, and their cases out to the public in places that are close or near to their disappearance. Thank you, Deborah. I'll stay strong for Kaya. Absolutely. Maddie, I would just send him laughing faces. He's not the boss of anyone, and he's as guilty as they come. He's sickening. Absolutely. High five through StreamYard. um, Do you have a Twitter page for Kaya? Absolutely. It's help find Kaya on Twitter, and I do a lot of posting there. And just to let you guys know, we did a video of Kaya. Let me see if I can screen that on this page. Of family that has asked for people to please like and share and things like that. So I ask that you please, please, please follow and repost it. I can't get on there. I'm trying to, but it hasn't. And I've asked that the family members of the missing struggle also do videos so that we can make a video for all of our missing. And we'll get that done. I'm working on that. um, Joy says, I'm sorry, I'm not sure if you know, but does police departments have standard operating procedures that the public can look up? Because we're going by word of mouth by supposedly the detectives. Yes. So they do have SPOs, as they say, standard SOPs, SOPs or SPOs. I can't remember exactly what it was. And I have asked Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office to send me those, which they have not so far. They I'm trying to find out what the legal aspect of her car being moved to the side of the road, where they stand with that. So that has a lot to do with their SPOs as well. Very, very good question. Very good question. Because that would be something that the the attorneys would ask, because we need to know that it's not public, so we have to ask for it. I've looked everywhere and I can't find it, so I asked them to send that to me. And then, of course, like I said, I haven't gotten any answers. Um, so what's up with the man that's dressed up like a cop? Very good question. So I can tell you that Kaya's car had a white, what would you call it? Like, uh, oh, what's it called? Like a scuff on her car when her mom got it back, and it was white, but it didn't on the wait, it was on the passenger side. So that's a good place to start, you know. And like I said, if any attorneys would like to take on that case, that would be great. um, Maddie, you're exactly right. The families do more investigating than the detectives. The family of Kelly and myself have done a lot and received a lot and had to send it to them for them to not reply for a week or so. I'm surprised it's even been a week. I send a lot of emails that I'd never get a reply from. So that's good that you guys are even getting a reply. The thing is, I don't even trust the police anymore. And I'm sure a lot of families of the missing feel the same way. We don't we don't we don't get the answers that we deserve. And that's one thing I want to start to is a group that the families find that are missing, to help them with the mental torture that we go through. So, but it's kind of hard because I don't want to work with the police because they don't help us. They don't work with us. But I'd like to get into that so we can help those that are missing, to give them some kind of solace in what they're going through. Oh, Black Rose is awesome, Rachel. Look her up on Facebook, and she has Black Rose Garden. She has um her Black Rose on TikTok. She has so many things. She's awesome. She is in the Maryland, DC area, so they have a lot of missing persons in that area as well. Look her up, friend her. She's amazing. Yes, he is, Miss Maria. Absolutely, we're ready. Bring it. He is a criminal clown. Absolutely. Um, sorry. Are you on YouTube? I am on YouTube. I have actually just started putting this um panel discussion on my YouTube page. It's Katrina Overstreet. And you can follow me there. Um, but I will try and do better about that. Mike says you have to be really careful. Things are not always fair. Okay, so let's talk about that. We are it isn't fair, but at the same time, it's not fair for the police to not help us find our missing loved ones either. They're supposed to be serving and protecting, and they're not. They're not serving us, they're not protecting us, or there wouldn't be this pandemic of missing people. Um, Life isn't fair. We know that. Um, we have to be vigilant ourselves in not becoming a statistic of the missing persons. So, yes, you're right. We have to be careful. And life isn't fair, but we still have to find our missing loved ones. Period. We need to get police involved. We need to get everyone involved so it won't be unfair. So people can understand that this shit is real. It's not just about Kaya, it's not about Kelly, it's not just about Veronica, it's not about Matthew Vettramelli. It's not, we all have to be vigilant in what we're doing to find our missing loved ones and to prevent, whether be proactive instead of reactive. Because once we're reactive, we don't have the police to help us. So we need to be proactive. Be aware of your surroundings. Get a CWP, concealed weapons permit. We have to be proactive. We need community patrols. We need help from the community so we all can understand that this does not have to happen. I'm sorry. I'm a little emotional about this because before this all came about with Kaya, I had trust in the system. I don't have that anymore. And I think a lot of families of the missing feel the same way. We don't have any more trust for them. They don't help us, they don't contact us, they don't look for our loved ones, whether they're involved in drugs, whether they have three small children, whether they have family members that love them and care about them. So I have no more trust in the judicial system. Period. Rachel, I have friends that's a cop. I'll ask him what the protocol is for missing cars. Is that in the Hillsborough County area? Because that's the issue with my sister's car. Because everyone else says they that it's crazy that this has happened. So I don't get it. Maria, HCSO sucks big time. The detective hasn't contacted me since last December. They don't contact you. You have to continue to contact them because basically they don't give a damn. So we have to keep pressure on them, which is why I have the GoFundMe up for our billboards, which is why I do this panel discussion every other Thursday, which is why I email them, which is why I mean everything you can possibly do, I've done and will continue to do. We need someone in the state legislator or the national senate or anything to help us because this is bullshit, straight up. There's no other way to see it, no other way to say it. It's bullshit. There's too many people in Florida that have come up missing, which is the third largest state in sex or human trafficking. They got to do more than what they're doing. Um, which is why I think that we need community controls in all of our areas so we can stop this craziness. Um, oh, Kanitha, I love you too. Thank you for being here and listening. And whenever you want to get on, just let me know. We all want to hear from you. So Kanitha is Kaya's mom. Kanitha is the mother of Kaya Taylor, my sister, and her only daughter that has been missing. So reach out to Kanitha if you have any words of encouragement or words of love that can help. Mike, you have to get folks involved. The more the merrier. Absolutely. If no one is making noise and have no names that count on or known, then it will be tough. It is very tough. I mean, right now, as you can see, there is 9 people that are watching, which is crazy because I I I just don't get it. Like, um, we have, like I said, Kanitha's family has the Finding Kaya page. We have been in the community and passed out missing flyers. We have every person in Kaya's mom's side of the family. I know Hope has a TikTok. We have the Missing Struggle here. We have my page, my personal page that I do a lot of posting Kaya's missing poster. Like, we have so much stuff out there, and it's people in the same community that Kaya went missing from that does not have, we there's no like backup. Like, no one understands that we have to do this ourselves and we have to have help from the community. So it no matter how much noise we're making, it's like no one is like getting it. What else do we need to do? We've done Facebook posts, we've done YouTube interviews, we've done um I think it was uh People, it's not People magazine, but People has a um they did like a, I don't want to say documentary because it's not a documentary, but they did like a little investigative report about Kaya. And again, people that have are in the same places that she's missing doesn't even know that she's missing, and it's crazy. I don't What else can we do? If you have any suggestions, just let us know. Seriously, it's crazy. There is no system for black people. There is no system for black, brown, indigenous. There's no system for any of us. And what's crazy is on the statistics that they put out nationally, um, I think it's Hispanics and indigenous. They don't even count them in the black people that's missing. They count it in white people that are missing. So it's kind of a biased situation there. We Maybe we need to make a system for black and brown people. I would love help on that. I'll start it. Seriously. Kwame says, make sure you post a GoFundMe for the billboard. You're raising money to build awareness um, for people around these families. Post that link to this post. I definitely will. We really, really need help with the GoFundMe because the billboards, everyone sees billboards no matter where you're going. You can be out of town, you can be in town, and you'll see these billboards. So it's not a lot of money. It's $1,200 that we're asking for. So if you will, I will put the GoFundMe link here so you can donate $1, $2, $5, $10, $75, $100, $1,000 would really help us to get this. So let's talk about that GoFundMe. The quote that I got from the one of the major outside companies says that they can do our billboard with 5 of our missing people's family members for 4 weeks. They'll do $500 for 4 weeks. And if they get any um, full paid advertisements, they'll move our missing families poster anywhere else, which is great because that's what I was like, that'll work. That's what we want. We want it to be in different places. So we really need the community's help with this. So if you can donate, please do so. After I finish here, we will definitely post that so you guys can donate anywhere. Kenitha, local and national TV interviews have been done as well. Yes, ma'am. I forgot about that. Absolutely. Local, national, YouTube videos. We do this, the missing struggle, every other week. Family members are posting. We have TikTok videos. We have Twitter. We have, you name it, it's there. It's there. And we're just asking that you like and share because that's what's important. We need help with sharing everyone's missing flyer. Deborah, thank you. God bless you, Mama. She's talking to you, Kenitha. Thank you, Mike. I'm really on it. Thank you so much. So if there are any questions, concerns, or comments, please place them here. Excuse me, in this missing struggle panel. And I'm very sorry. I thought that the people that we had on here were gonna be on here. Obviously they're not, but it's all right. We're gonna keep doing this as we see fit. Not next week, but the week after, because we do this every other week. I want to get someone that has some information about domestic violence because Kaya had issues with her significant other. We need to get more information about domestic violence out to the public. It is very important to understand the dynamics of domestic violence. In domestic violence, I mean being with someone and that is violent where they're with their domestic partner. So if anyone is out there that would like to get on the Missing Struggle panel discussion about about domestic violence, I think that would be a very good place to start here with the Missing Struggle panel discussion. So if you guys want to reach out to anyone that you know is an advocate for domestic violence, please tell them to reach out to me. Kenitha, I'm so glad you were here, and I'm trying to hold back tears, but next time maybe we can have you on here. We love you, and thank you guys again for watching this panel discussion. Even though it was only one person for the panel discussion, I think we do a lot of I just thank you guys for being here, and thank you for sharing information as well. And as always, we love you, and we'll see you Thursday after next. Oh, love you, Kanitha. Oh, yes. Thank you, Deja, for bringing that up. I believe some tips can be anonymous. If someone is too scared to be involved personally, never be scared. Anything will help. Anything you've seen, anything you've heard, anything. Absolutely. Thank you, Deja, for bringing that out. If you want to reach out to me personally, you'll see this page is Katrina Overstreet. You can reach out to me anonymously. Nothing that you said. Well, let me rephrase that. Your name will not be brought up in any way, but I will be letting the sheriff's office know as far as following up myself that you have information about Kaya's missing or any missing Kelly, Matthew, um Veronica. If you have any information, please reach out to me and we'll get that information to the police department. And you never have to be scared about anything. It's just me and you that'll be talking, and we never have to do um, put your name out there at all. Thank you, Deja, for bringing that up. Uh, thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Marjorie. All right, you guys. Love you and see you the weekend after next. Bye bye.